Hello everybody, Slim Kirby here. Welcome back to more of the Pikmin 3 extra videos. We're still working on the side stories. We are now working on Olimar's Comeback, which is the slightly longer variation of the side stories. So we're going to be working on day number 2 next, creature hunting. Before we do, let's go ahead and look at the outline for this. Mission log day 2. We're homing in on a signal that might be coming from one of the ship's parts. But the way there will take us across an area swarming with bulborbs. Still, I don't see any other way to progress with our mission, so we have to face the danger head on and do what we can. So, yeah, we got to a bit of a battling day, I guess you could say. I think the next 2 days are actually focused on battling, so that should be interesting. This is the other description. Timing is everything. If you can't throw these bomb rocks just right to take out the strongest creatures, I don't know what else to tell you. So, yeah, we're going to be using bomb rocks for this. And like I kind of alluded to in the previous video at the very end, this day actually gave me quite a bit of trouble. I think this is actually one of the harder days of the side stories, if it's the one I think it is. So this could actually be somewhat difficult, but we'll see what we can do. We have 10 minutes to do this. If the monsters seem too tough to handle, bring out a bomb rock or some ultra spicy spray. Which is also a good suggestion. Yeah, this is the day that I was thinking it was. So what makes this day kind of difficult is the fact that there's just a lot of battling you have to do at the very beginning. And in addition to that, it's like, it's hard to kind of raise your Pikmin at the very beginning. And as a result, because it's kind of harder to raise your Pikmin, I find you kind of get behind a bit more than you would want. Because, like, there's obviously, like, these pellets over here. These are 5 pellets, which you definitely want to get. But the problem with that is, it's hard to get these pellets because, again, you need 5 to really do that efficiently with. So you just kind of waste and spend a lot of time grabbing these, which, again, makes it fairly difficult, at least in my opinion. So, let me... Can you... Okay, no, I do have to grab these, but that's okay. So there we go. Next we're going to take on the big guy. I'm gonna go ahead and send you guys to get that. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's another rock Pikmin I didn't get. So yeah, it just kind of takes a long time to get this done. Is really kind of my main issue with this one. Louie, walk those out. Come on. Don't be like that. But see, after this is where you really kind of need to get up and go, because there's actually a lot you have to do in this next segment. So, again, just got to be kind of fast and just very, very efficient with how you handle this next part. Okay, so we did all that. We'll take Louie along for the ride this time. You're coming with me too. So when you go to this next area, you'll see like the biggest issue that we have to deal with is there's an enemy that's going to be wandering around, and it's an enemy that you don't like wandering around because of just the nature of it. Okay, I don't see it yet, but I know it's around here somewhere. I'll just go ahead and say it. There's a spotty bull bear that's just wandering around casually, and yeah, that's pretty damn scary, because bull bears are not friendly creatures. They are not. But you have to keep in mind, this is the side story mode, which means in general, the enemies are easier. Like, they have less defense and health. That's kind of the one thing that you need to kind of keep in mind while you're doing this, is that you do have that thing at your in your favor. Also, I tend to notice that enemies in this particular mission, like the bigger enemies, they tend to give you basically rewards, whether they're bomb rocks or, in the case of that one, a spicy spray, which is awesome. Okay, so there's the bull bear right there. I'm going to see if I can do this quickly. God. And of course, the frickin' bull bear is... Okay, he's kind of going away, though. Maybe? Okay, he's kind of ignoring me now. Wow, it's like he threw them right into his mouth, which... Okay, well, also keep in mind another aspect of bull bears and bull boars is they have the eye thing, where you can throw them at their eyes and kind of get a couple of extra kills on them as a result of that. Man. Okay, well, I got rid of all these guys, which is nice. Oh, and there is a bomb rock, so let me see if I can get that and use that to my advantage. There's also other bomb rocks here, but it depends on whether or not you'd find those helpful, I guess. The thing you kind of have to remember, in addition to, you know, like, these enemies will have less health, is you also have to keep in mind that you can also just do things with less Pikmin in general as well, which is another thing you kind of have to get used to, just because you're not used to probably working with these types of numbers. And again, it's just part of it. Okay, so be careful here, because obviously you have those bomb rocks now. Okay, so I see a nice little kind of path we can take through the rest of this. So I should be able to do this. It looks like we are getting pretty tight on time, but I'm not really too worried about it. I know we are getting kind of close on time, but that's fine. Let's see, watch this. Oh, I guess... I have one more, right? Yeah, we got this. I think it's just a leaf, too. Oh, whoops. Oh, it's over here. And there we go. So yeah, we could have probably done that a bit faster. We were kind of caught off guard by that bull bear with all the electric enemies. That kind of like threw us through a bit of a loop, but still, I wouldn't say it's impossible. You just have to kind of... Sometimes you just have to kind of take the situation to your advantage and see what you can do despite being caught off guard. So, words cannot describe how I'm feeling, Your Highness, please. Yep. Stop singing my praises. You don't need to do that. Well, we didn't find the ship we came for. It's tough to keep the Pikmin safe through the constant attacks from this world's inhabitants, but they do anything for me, so I'll have to do what I can for them. Besides, I'm not so bad off. I have the benefit of experience, decent equipment, and Louis. With all that, I should be home with my family in no time. He's actually praising Louis for once. I find that kind of interesting. But yeah, that's pretty much day number 2. So it's pretty short, but it can still be a pretty difficult day. So obviously you can't take it for granted. I also didn't look at my scores. I actually did my first attempt was my first successful attempt was actually better. And as you can see, it took me multiple tries to get this right because I just was taking too long. And again, it was because of that mindset of thinking that I need a lot more Pikmin to fight certain creatures, when in reality, in this mode, you can do stuff with weaker or with lesser Pikmin because, again, the enemy's health pools are decreased quite a bit. And as far as the ranking is concerned, well, at least I'm kind of on the downward trend at least, but yeah. I imagine that one's a pretty difficult one to get right. So we'll go ahead and move on to day number 3 now. We have land, sea, and sky. We'll look at the outline. Day 3. I'm constantly surprised at the number and variety of local life forms. We don't have much choice but to deal with them if we want to recover the parts we need, though. I'll have to devise a plan for safely transporting the part back to base. Clearing a path as I go would be a good start. That sounds like a good plan. So, land, sea, and sky. Battle enemies. Wing Pikmin are your most valuable employees. Only they can lift the bamboo gates, so pamper them by keeping them away from ink, water, bubbles, and danger in general. Huh? So what if I constantly send you into danger? President, you suck. Like, I get the President's supposed to be like a hard ass and everything, but I didn't really get that much from him in Pikmin 2. That's the interesting thing. He seemed like he was kind of greedy, but he didn't really seem like this much of a dick about it, if I'm being honest. I don't know. It's hard to say. Obviously, Olimar's the hero here, so honestly couldn't care less what the President thinks. Okay, so this day, I believe, is a lot easier and a lot faster than this day 2. But it can also be kind of tricky, too, because you do, once again, need to kind of properly split up your Pikmin at the very beginning and do this in an efficient manner. And it's hard, because there's obviously, like, you only have, like, 5 Pikmin to start with, for example. And, like, you obviously want to increase your numbers, but, you know, you also want to make progress, too, which you can't really do very well at the very beginning of this. I'll go back here. I'm just going to have these two work on this gate while you work on getting these bodies out. so we can get a couple of others now. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's see, by the time these guys are done, we should have the other bodies. I'm gonna go ahead and just send you to start working on this one now. Are you done? You're about done. Okay, so you start working on this. Okay, so I have much bigger numbers now. So now we can start finishing this up a lot quicker. So this next part's where we do need to kind of split up a little bit and kind of make better use of how we divide our numbers here. So we're going to let these 6 pick up the bridge pieces. There we go. Perfect. Oh, I didn't even see you guys. Get rid of you first because you're an enemy. And that is obviously the main objective, defeating enemies. Let's see, while that's happening, I think we can start working on getting some other stuff done with you. Break it down. Thank you. Okay. So get rid of the fire slugs. Good, good, good. Okay, got that done. And while we're working on this, now we need to start doing some work with Louie. Go up here and grab the blue Pikmin. It's interesting that, like, the Pikmin have, like, different onions in this mode. While they're fighting that, I can also do this, because I believe if we go over here, we have some flying Pikmin. Only 3, but they will be required for sure, so... There we go. Okay, there's not really a whole lot I can do with my reds right now, if I'm being honest. So let's go ahead and get them back. I think I need like 10 wing for that section. But we can't really even do much with that until we have the bridge made. So that's going to be our next obstacle, is we're going to get the bridge made. So, need to be careful with what I do with my wing Pikmin here. I don't want to accidentally send them into the water, because that would be a big mistake. Okay, I'm just making sure I'm going the right way. did that. So you guys go there. Take the bridge. See, that'll get us all right here. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to send the wing Pikmin. Maybe get... I better not. I'll just... 1, 2, 3. There we go. It would be nice to have more Pikmin over here, but I think we'll be fine. This is what I'm going to do next. I'm going to tease this guy. See, I think this is what you want to do here. You want to wait for him to start stretching. Yep. Okay, that's exactly what you gotta do. But yeah, you just basically want him to start stretching. Once he starts stretching, he'll go through that animation of falling back asleep, and you just get a whole bunch of free shots on him. So that's honestly a good way to throw him off there. I'm going to get some wing Pikmin, because wing Pikmin are going to be helpful for this next part, so I'm going to do that. So I'm going to do this now. I'm going to throw you guys here, including Louie. And Olimar, you're actually going to go back here. I know there's Pikmin over there, but I don't really need those Pikmin anymore. You're going to go back here and work on that. And Louie's going to take care of the flying Pikmin section. Will we need this many flying Pikmin for the rest of this mission? Probably not, but it does feel nice to have a bunch of numbers for this next part. Especially when you take a look at the enemy we're going to be fighting over here. And no, I don't mean the... I don't mean those guys. So, over here we have a kind of mini-boss. We have this guy. You fight him pretty much in the same way that you'd fight the other version. Man. I feel like I could have probably got them all done in one attacking round. So we got all that done. Now we're going to go back to Olimar with his army of blues, and we're basically just going to take out the remaining enemies as we go through this section here. Which we should be able to do no problem. I honestly can't really think of a way to do this part better, because I feel like I did this pretty efficiently. I should... Come on. Get rid of him. He's easy. Very easy. And there we go. Mission complete. We have defeated all the enemies. Not really sure how we did for high score, though. At least compared to my first successful attempt. This is another one that took me multiple tries, but again, it's just because I didn't really know what to expect. By the time I got enough wing Pikmin to lift that gate, it's like, oh, I have to defeat a mini-boss when I have like 30 seconds left. That's not going to work. So that's pretty much how that one fell apart. So let's go ahead and look at the rankings. I did do better than my last attempt, but not by much. Kind of on that downward trend, I guess. But could have done better. And then the top 5. Yeah, I only did 100 points better. Okay, well, let's go ahead and hit next. We found the Hakatate Ship. Well, part of it. It looks like the ship suffered severe damage and its pieces were scattered here and there. This all feels very familiar, but there's no time to wallow in nostalgia. We have to recover those parts and get them back to the base before the indigenous life on this planet does who knows what with them. Yeah, this sounds like a big old Pikmin 1 reference to me. And you know what? I actually kind of like that. I like Pikmin 1. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and leave it at that. Thank you guys for watching. Got through another 2 days, so next time we'll get through 2 more, days 4 and 5. So that's what we're going to do. So yeah, I'll see you guys then. Later, folks.